different. They want their shot in a world where dreams are bought. Cause they steal the
Thank you,
sea.
Pat.
Meow means make each one wanted. Hearts aflutter, dreams undaunted. Dreaming.
Dakota, hi, Jason. Hi, Jerry. It's really laggy, Jay. All right. Yeah, I think that the intro is not going to work today. It's not playing, unfortunately.
In the spotlight, if
I
you
hope it's
just
small. I don't know.
stay, love and laughter
Don't know.
all aglow in this wonderful pet show. We have trivia questions and a new segment. The guests show off their pets, from kitty cats to zebras. Realities make each one wanted. Hearts aflutter, dreams undaunted.
Hi, Abdul.
Play for friends makes the show the best show on me.
Hi, Naughty. Thank you, Emoji J. Okay. I love that. I love that. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. I'm so happy to have you. This is a featured show here on the Meet Me platform, and it goes all across the app for the next hour. It is a pet show. So we're here as a pet show. And I want to welcome you all in. If you've never been here before, I'm Kitty Commander, your host. Okay. And we have three amazing parts to this show. The first part that we do is pet trivia. And then the second part that we do is we have our special guest, Queen Coda, here, or Queen Pebbles, you might know her as. And she's going to talk about her pets. And then, and there she is in the comments. If you want to hit her with a favorite and help her build her favorites, that would be great. And then we have Pets on the News with Cat's Roar, who is also here in the comments if you want to hit her with a favorite and go check her out as well. So now you know that in the past, you guys, we have had people on the show who have tarantulas and spiders as pets. And so we are doing pet trivia with spiders today to see what you know about spiders. So let's start with how many species of spiders are there? Is it 38,000, 28,000, 48,000, or 18,000 different species of spiders? What do you think the answer is? Is it 18,000? Nope. Is it 48,000? Yes, it is, Pika. There are more than 48,000 known species of spiders found in different kinds of habitats all throughout the world. Pretty good. Now, there's a lot of different size spiders, okay? But what is the leg span of the world's biggest spider? What is the leg span of the world's biggest spider? Is it 14 inches, 12, 10, or 16 inches? The world's biggest spider's leg span. 12? Yes, Pika is so good at this. The Goliath bird eater belongs to the tarantula family. It can have a leg span up to 12 inches wide. Its body can be up to 4.7 inches long, and it can weigh up to 6.2 ounces. Native to the upland rainforest regions of northern South America, it is part of the local cuisine. Yeah, you heard that right. They eat this spider and is prepared by singeing off the hairs of the spider and roasting it in banana leaves. The flavor has been described by people as being shrimp-like. Shrimp-like, yeah. Yeah, I know. How many spiders are there per acre of land? How many spiders are there on 1 acre of land on average in the world? Is it 100,000? Is it 10,000? Is it 1 million or 1,000? How many spiders are there? I'd rather eat a bush. Yeah, I understand. 10,000? Good guess. 1,000? Nope. That leaves 100,000 or 1 million. Who wants to take 1 million? Because you would be correct. The earth contains an average of 1 million spiders per acre of land. Let me say that one time again. The earth contains an average of 1 million spiders per acre of land. And that number might be closer to 3 million per acre in a rainforest climate or in the tropics. It is estimated that a human is never, ever more than 10 feet away from a spider. Ever. Yes, I know. I know. You're probably like, really, Kitty? Yes, really. Okay. Some spiders are poisonous. What is the world's most poisonous spider? Is it the Sydney funnel spider? Is it the brown recluse? Is it the daddy longlegs? Or is it the Brazilian wandering spider? What do you think? Is it the brown recluse? Good guess. The black spider, the Brazilian wandering spider? Yes. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, this spider is the most poisonous spider in the world, is the Brazilian wandering spider, or it's called the banana spider. Its venom is so potent that just 0.0006 milligrams can kill a mouse, making it the most active neurotoxic venom of any known spider in existence. The Brazilian wandering spider. What color is spider blood? Is it blue? Is it red? Is it yellow? Or is it black? What color is spider blood? Red? Good guess. Black? No. Yellow? No. It is blue. Good job. In humans, oxygen is bound to hemoglobin, a molecule that contains iron and gives blood its red color. However, in spiders, oxygen is bound to hemocyanin, a molecule that contains copper rather than iron, making their blood blue. Making their blood blue. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Dottie. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. We are in here talking about spiders, you guys, about spiders tonight. And if you're here, please make sure you behave. This is a featured show. Okay, this is a featured show, which means that we expect you to behave here. Otherwise, one of these amazing bouncers will have to give you a timeout for an hour. How strong is spider silk? Is it the same strength as steel? Is it 5 times stronger than steel? Is it 3 times stronger than steel? Or is it 10 times stronger than steel? How strong is spider silk? Two times? 5, wait, let me look. 5 times? Yes. Spider silk is one of the strongest protein fibers in the entire world. In fact, in terms of tensile strength, which is the maximum amount of stress any type of material can handle or endure before breaking, spider silk is 5 times stronger than steel. If it is converted to human size, it would be strong enough to stop a jetliner in its flight path. Literally, it's strong enough to stop a jetliner in its flight path if it was converted to human size, you guys. That's how impressive spider silk is. All right. This is going to be one of the last questions of tonight, you guys. How big are the world's largest individual spider webs? How big are the world's largest individual spider webs? 20 meters wide, 25 meters wide, 15 or 10 meters wide? Which one do you think it is? Is it 20 meters? No. Is it 10? No. Is it 25? Yes. Now get ready for this to blow your socks off. The Darwin's bark spider was discovered in Madagascar in 2009. It's hard to understand why nobody noticed these spiders before, because honestly, a single web can span up to 25 meters wide. And the silk is the toughest biological material ever studied in the world. Yeah. Over 10 times tougher than any similarly sized piece of Kevlar, you guys. Anything, I mean, we are talking an incredible strength, this spider. And 25 meters, that's like 75 plus feet, to put it in American terms, you know? It's incredibly powerful. All right. What nuptial gift do some male spiders give female spiders before mating? Some of you give women wedding rings when you ask them to marry you. What do spiders do? Do they give people, do they give their female spiders venom, vomit, dead flies, or feces? Which one do you think they do? What? See, dead flies. Yes. How did Bearded know that? A study in the biology letters singled out nursery web spiders as the species best known for giving nuptial gifts from males to females. Male spiders present their female partners with gifts of dead insects, mostly flies, wrapped up with intricate webs, and mating occurs while the female eats the gift. So there's something for you. This is the last question of the night, and then I'm going to have my special guest get in the box, everybody. All right, this is our last question of the night. Some of y'all take a multivitamin every day, am I right? But what vitamin do spider webs contain? What vitamin do spider webs contain? Is it vitamin B12? Is it vitamin D? Is it K, or is it C? What vitamin do spider webs contain? Is it B12? Good guess. Is it D? Nope. Is it K? K is correct. Spider webs are rich in vitamin K, which can be effective in clotting blood. In fact, before there were blood clots, like blood clotting agents, people would in fact use spider webs as a form of gauze to stop blood from flowing out. Yes, that is a true thing. Yes. They would absolutely do that. Before there was gauze and ways to stop that people from bleeding out, they would use spider webs on the wounds. So that ends pet trivia for this week. And I'm so happy that you joined us. If you're coming into this right now, thank you for joining us. This is a featured show all about pets. We just finished talking about pet spiders and different kinds of things for pets. And now I'm going to welcome in my special guest who has and owns pets. So let's invite her in. And if you haven't already favorited her, please favorite her. No one else needs to be requesting the box besides my special guest, okay? If you're here and you're trying to get in the box, please stop. You are not welcome into the box during the featured content, all right? Thank you so much. All right, thank you, Key. Also, you guys, please make sure you favorite these amazing gifters. Talk Badge Key, hello. All right, Queen Coda.
Hello.
Little bit bigger. Okay, let me get you a little bit bigger here. All right. So, Queen Coda, first off, welcome in. Now, rumor has it you have a couple pets. Is that correct?
I have more than a couple, but the two that I showed are the ones that actually want to like hang out and play with each other and actually be nice. The other ones, not so much.
Okay. So, the two that you are going to show us tonight or whatever, tell us about them. What are their names?
So, one of them, she is a kitten. She's still in that kitten phase. Her name is Sam. She's a unique one.
What do you mean when you say unique?
She has a very unique characteristic. She loves to fetch socks and play with socks and hide socks.
She likes to catch. Oh my God. So, how did she learn how to do that? Did you teach her to do that, or how did that come about?
She just absolutely loves my toddler's socks. I don't know what the case is. Yeah. The other one is a white cat. She's got a unique black spot on her forehead. Her name is Ducky.
Oh, Ducky is an adorable name.
I'm not the one that named her. My mom did. These are her cats. I just help her out with them.
Okay, got you.
So
Um,
same house. So
so you didn't get to pick the cats out?
I picked Sam. My mom chose Ducky.
Okay, where did you get Sam and Ducky from?
Ducky was given to was out of a litter that my mom already had.
Okay.
So she kept her out of that litter. And then Ducky's litter had their own litter.
Really? So did your mom already have like two grown cats and in the house?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and then Sam is the baby of one of those litters. Okay. Okay. And so why did you name Sam Sam?
Because her brother out of that litter was named Oreo.
Oh,
And they both just had like the same personality with each other. And I
okay.
am so like into supernatural. So I chose Sam and Dean. But Dean didn't really work with Oreo, so I just kept Sam, and I named Oreo.
Okay. And do you know why Ducky is named Ducky?
She is kind of what my mom classifies as a replacement for the one that did pass away, that was owned by my stepdad.
Okay. So you lost a pet along the way. Okay. How long ago was that?
About 3 years ago.
Okay. And how long have you had Sam versus Ducky?
I've had Sam for about 6 months, and I've had Ducky for 3 years.
Oh. So you've had her for, okay, they're both girls or they're a girl and
They're
boy?
both girls.
They're both girls. So you've had them for 6 months and 3 years. And where did Ducky come from?
Ducky came from the first like adult couple that my mom had. And when I moved back to Davenport and I moved back in with her, she had the litter already there. So she came out of that litter. And then she reproduced Sam's parents. And yeah, that's where Sam came from. Was out of Ducky's litter.
So I love the fact that they are like in house and that you kind of rescued them like them together and stuff like that. Do they play well with each other, or especially like
Them two play well with each other. Not so much Sam and her mom. Sam and her mom do not play well with each other. They like to do like the whole dominance thing.
really
Yeah.
interesting? So how do you deal with that?
We just separate them and we put them in separate rooms and just let them cool off.
Okay, how often does that happen with the two of your pets?
About like I would say 3 times a week.
Wow. When you put them in separate rooms, how long does that take?
Like a half hour to an hour, depending on how mad they are towards each other.
Oh. Uh, no worries, Carl. My sound is off. I think it's just on for you. You know, no worries. Um, so do you see like a long-term solution for these two cats?
I've suggested to my mom the best thing is to either find one a different home,
Okay.
or thank you, or like find a different scenario, like keep one on the upper level, keep the other one on the bottom level of the house, whichever way may work. We've tried for the last 6 months and trying to get them on the same level of respect and territory, and it's not working.
Okay, so you've really, I mean, and this has been going on, it sounds like for 3 months. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of work to try to run intervention with pets inside the household.
I also have a dog. She was born with one eye.
Okay.
Her other eye is still there somewhat. It doesn't affect her or anything. She's just really old at this point.
So okay, so you have multiple pets inside your household.
Yes.
Do
I
the
have,
cats get along then with the dogs?
my dog actually thinks that she's a cat.
Oh. How does that work with the cats?
They absolutely love her. She chases them, they chase her. You know, it's a back and forth thing. She'll even climb up on the couch, like on the back of the couches, and lay like she's a cat. She's been around cats ever since she was a puppy. So, I mean, I understand, but like, you gotta be a dog too.
She thinks he's fully a dog, or a cat. It sounds like. Is what other kind of bad habits do Sam and Ducky have, and your dog? What's your dog's name?
My dog is named Harper. I'm not the one that named her. She's been in my mom's life since she was a puppy. She's about 16 years old now.
Oh, an elderly cat or dog?
Dog.
Cat, dog, cat.
We have an elderly cat. She is 14. Her name is Feather. My stepdad named her.
So you do have a house full of pets.
Yeah, we have one dog and 4 cats. Okay.
No wonder your dog thinks he's a cat.
Yeah, it's a pretty hectic, especially when you got a toddler that likes to chase both of them. So.
And a baby. So what kind of bad behavior do these pets do with you?
Harper, she's a very lovable dog. She likes to be all up in your business. She don't care what you're doing. She wants to be right there. Either you're cooking food or just sitting on the couch. She wants to be all up in your bubble. She has no respect for like bubble personal space.
Okay, so you like can we see them? Are they nearby at all, Queen Coda, or no?
Let's go on a little adventure.
Are we going on a field trip? I love field trip time.
We
What
are.
kind of dog is Harper? He was described as a white dog that's 16 years old.
She is actually a black dog.
Oh, black dog.
Yep, she's a blue healer. I have one cat in here with me. Well, actually 2. The other one just like ran away.
Come on, check.
Here is one. Her name is Precious. And then the other one is right down here. Where'd she go? Hold on. I don't know where she went. She was just in here. But it's the twin to her. It's the twin. Oh, there she goes.
And which one is that?
That one's Precious.
Precious, got you.
I don't know where my other two cats went. Oh, I found Feather, the old one. She's up there. That one is Feather. She's the elderly kitty.
Okay, let me take a closer look here. Oh, she's so beautiful.
She's my only pure white one. I don't know where my other cats are. The ones I was gonna show.
Now, your pure white cat, what is its name?
Her name is Feather.
Feather. Okay, got you. So we
Yeah.
got Sam, Ducky, Precious, and Feather.
Yep. And Princess. Precious and Princess are the twins. The only way that you can tell them apart is by their nose. One's got a gray nose and the other one's got a black nose.
This is Chuck Norris. He's my rescue cat.
Hi, Chuck.
He likes to, you hear him meowing? He's like, hey, talk to me too. He likes to come in and say hello to the pets when they're on. You guys, if you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. This is the part of Meow and Me where we have a special guest, Queen Coda. We're talking about all of her 4 cats and her 1 dog. And if you're new here, please hit each other with a favorite, as well as my special guest and all of these amazing gifters. Don't forget to hit them with a favorite as well. And we were just looking at all the pets. Hopefully you got a chance to see them. I think my favorite one, Queen Coda, might be the all white one.
Feather.
Yeah, she's very beautiful.
She's definitely a love bug. She likes to hide high, but when she really wants attention, she'll come down and she'll meow at you. Like a beller meow, but she'll meow.
Chuck Norris is not afraid to meow either. And then we also have other featured show host in here right now, Dr. Dimples. Make sure you go check her show out. Give her a favorite. Queen Coda.
Yes.
So we've talked about these bad habits of your 2 cats. And,
Yeah.
you know, and we've talked about some of the challenges and what you're going through to try to solve these issues between the 2 of them to get them to come together, right?
Yeah.
You know, what has that taught you about pet ownership on your own level?
Not every pet is compatible with each other, even if it's blood related. Okay, it's just like a family. Not every family is going to get along with each other. You can't pick your blood, but you can pick your family. And the reason why I say you can pick your family because you can outsource to another family. Same thing with animals. A lot of animals get rehomed, so they get a new family, a new reason to be loved.
Yeah. I think that it can be really hard, you know, sometimes for pets to get along with each other. And sometimes that is the best option for you and your pet, is to look for a different home which they fit in better. You know, I think that's part of the reason why we do have rehoming of pets, right? Because sometimes it can really stress a pet out too. So I think that's fair. Yeah. Where do these pets sleep at night?
So pretty much anywhere and everywhere that they see fit. The picture I showed you of the black and white cat, that is technically in my son's dresser.
Oh. She's just taking a nap inside the dresser.
They either like to sleep wherever they want to. Most of the time they sleep with my mom and her husband. Some of them, not all of them. My mom's dog likes to sleep underneath her bed. That's why you didn't see her, because she's currently under there just passed out.
Oh.
But if like periodically during my streams, everybody looks at the couch behind me right here, and you all can see like the cats playing with the dog, or the dog playing with the cats, or the dog going wild on the couch behind me. It's a hoot.
Yeah, I mean, I love that for you. I mean, with all of your pets, like, do you think that you're connected to maybe one of them more than the rest? And if you are, like, do you think that they can kind of feel your emotions? Thank you, BB.
So out of all the pets, the one that I have an actually sincere connection and bond with is with the dog.
Okay, got you.
She was even very highly protective of me when I was pregnant with my toddler. She wouldn't even
Oh.
let my mom near me at all. She got very territorial and very defensive. Same with Feather. Feather did the same thing. They all knew when I became pregnant, all the cats that we had at the time would sit there in my room and lay next to me or lay next to my belly. Ducky, she would always nap in my son's bassinet before he was born. So
Oh.
everyone, yeah, the cats definitely can feel it, and same with the dogs. That's why if you show fear, they will show you fear back. They will administer a defense. Any animal will sit there and will show you how you feel, but in their own way.
You know, and you bring up a really good point, right? You're saying like your dog kind of knew when you were pregnant and laid by you kind of like in a protective mode of your fetus, of the baby, right?
I didn't even know I was pregnant until like 3 weeks later. Like she knew before I did.
Wow. Now you know if she comes up and lays by you again.
Yeah.
You're like, you got problems, girl.
I already have 3 kids. I have a 14, 5, and a 2-year-old. I'm good for a moment.
You're like, I don't know. Um, you know, okay, as you've grown your family and also grown your pet family, what are some of the challenges that you have with having like a toddler essentially and then having these pets? How do you teach your toddler how to deal with the pets? Like, what are some of the strategies that you've used to make that happen?
What I have taught all my kids is if you be nice to an animal, then the animal will be nice to you. Once you treat the animal with disrespect, that animal is not going to trust you. That animal is going to show that same aggression that you show it. And my oldest one understood it a lot. And same with my middle child. My youngest one is not really grasping the concept of it, but I am like trying to gentle, gently teach him.
And and I think that's completely fair, like the reward system to like, oh, this is a good behavior, this is a bad behavior, what do you recommend with somebody who's thinking about getting another pet and adding them to their household?
I would just slowly introduce them with them, do it on a neutral playing field. So that way nobody has to fight over a territory. Now, if you bring a cat into your home without introducing it with them, or if you bring another dog into your home without introducing them to your family first, let alone your kids, they're all gonna just fight over a territory. It will either end badly, or it could possibly work itself out towards the end. Either way, it's gonna be a stressful scenario. Don't overthink it. Don't stress yourself out. If you show any emotion to it, just the only emotion that I suggest is to show positivity. If you show loving and positivity to all the animals that you're trying to introduce to your home or to your kids or to your family, that's the only way something will work out for the best.
And I completely agree with you. I like what you said about like separating the two pets that were not getting along well, right? And then kind of trying to reestablish who's in charge of this household, right?
That's the only thing you really can do, because if the animals think that they can run the house, and then they're just gonna go with that. They think that they're just a ruler.
Right. But it's being done in a proper kind of way. You're not beating the pets. You're not abusing the pets in order to do this. And I think that's the most important takeaway, that there are other measures that people can, in fact, utilize besides violence to the pets to get them to behave, right? Like, to me, that's the biggest part of the takeaway. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. We're talking to Queen Coda about her pets. We saw a few of them. I don't know if any of them are close by or not, but if you want to see them, you'll have to say something in the comments. She's already shown them to us once. What's the worst part about being a pet owner, Coda?
I would say the worst part is the expenses for the cats. Um,
Oh,
so you have to. It's just yeah, it's very expensive. Especially like buying cat litter and cat food. The cat litter itself is really expensive. Same with the cat food. My mom's cats and my cats are very sensitive to certain type of food, and other food will get them sick.
got you. So do you have to buy some special food for them?
It's not really special food. It's just more of a. It's under the sensitive stomach category for their food. It's still like it's still the hard food, but it's just under the sensitive stomach.
Okay. Wow. So, um, and they're otherwise your pets are are eating just the regular kind of dry food, or do you mix it up? I'm not sure. Like, do you mix it up with dry
With
food?
the older one, we do like a half and half because she's a little bit older, so her stomach's a little bit more on a more of a sensitive side. Sometimes she can handle the dry food on days. Other times she can handle wet food. Sometimes we mix it half and half in order for her to get the nutrition that she needs.
Okay, got you. So you're really like regulating to make sure that everything is needed is there with all of your pets. Yeah.
They're my family. Of course, I'm gonna take care of them just like if they're my two-legged kids.
Aw, and they are your two-legged kids. Well, I mean, but they're four. But all right. Let me get on to the part about the grooming. Do you do the grooming, or do you let the cats groom themselves? Some people take their cats to groomers, some people just do it themselves.
I let them do what they need to do. I do take care of their nails
Okay.
because they all have nails. The only thing is that they get a pet probably once every 3 months if they get really stinky. Other than that, they just take care of themselves.
So my one cat, Binka, likes to hop into the shower. Do you have any pets that like to hop into the shower and stuff with you, or no?
I used to have a cat named Garfield, and he always did that.
Okay. I was just curious because sometimes the pets do like to do it.
Now that with Garfield, when I had him, he had to get rehomed because he didn't agree with other cats at all. But I grew up with him when I was a little kid, and he literally is a Garfield. Like if you look at Garfield, he's a copy and paste.
Oh, I like orange pets that are striped, you know?
Oh yeah.
They're the funnest. And Garfield was my favorite cartoon besides Scooby-Doo growing up. All right, let me move on, Queen Coda. Um, we talked about the best part about being a pet owner. What do you think that is?
The best part of being a pet owner is showing that I have more love than just to human people. I love all animals. Some animals may not like me, but that's okay. Not everything's gonna like a certain person or a certain species. There's gonna be something in there, some type of species to not like something.
True. True.
And it just shows me that I have more love to give than what I thought I had.
Aw, that's such a sweet answer. Aw.
Not cry, kitty. It's not supposed to be that way.
That's so sweet. That just taught me that I have more love to give. And that's such a sweet answer because we do have a lot more love to give than we actually think we do. And what a great way to describe that, you know? Now the flip side question, Coda.
Uh-oh.
What's the worst part about being a pet owner?
I would have to say with having a dog and a cat, there's a downside with dogs. It's the extensive shedding of their fur. And same with my cats, but my cats don't do it as much as my dog.
Right. So
Uh,
you're constantly having to use like what one of these things right here, and like you can tell I have one close.
and with having black fur, it's just like it blends in to certain clothing, and you don't know it's there until after you go to try to wash it. You're like, oh, well, I find dog hair here. Now the cats are just purely white mainly, so you can spot that easily.
Right. Yeah. I know the feeling, trust me. Well, in our last few minutes together, Coda, I want to talk about you and when you're streaming. When are you streaming and where can people find you here or there or wherever?
So pretty much I stream from the time I wake up. If I don't got anything going on, especially with work or with my toddler or with my mom's husband, I am his in-home caregiver with that one. He has his leg amputated for the last 2 years. So when my mom's not here, I kind of like chip in and take care of him. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty much live all day, every day.
Oh, wow.
I do join as like a backup or as an actual person as a guest for Emoji J for his Say It Out Loud on Sunday nights at 9 Eastern. I do have an auction on the 15th of this month.
All right.
Yeah, I do have. This is my second auction ever, and I've been on this app since 2018. So
You're like, I'm nervous. Please make sure you come and see me.
yeah, I do have another auction on the 19th April. Yeah, I'm well aware of that, Jay. My on my main account, it's currently right now set as Emoji J's Queen Brat.
We're good with that. Keep it on you. Keep it on you. What else do you have going on?
Other than that, that's about it. I told Jay that I'm gonna take a small break on doing a lot of extensive shows, especially back to back, like I have been for the past 3 weeks. This way, I can focus on what I need to outside of the app and not majority be on the app. I
Well,
do know.
we appreciate you, Queen Coda, for being here tonight for us and sharing your pet family with all of us. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you guys, that is Queen Coda. Please make sure you click her name and hit her with a favorite. Hello. Thank you, Coda.
Very
You
welcome.
guys, you guys, this is the next part. You guys, this is the next part. We are in Pets in the News with Cats Roar. Okay, we do the Pets in the News with Cats Roar. I'm so excited. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. This is a featured pet show where we talk about pets. We do a little pet trivia. We meet people's pets, and then we do Pets in the News with Cats. Please make sure you come up here and favorite all of these amazing gifters as well. These are great supporters of mine. Also, a lot of them are streamers here on the platform, and favorites are free. So nice to thank you for being a first-time viewer. Don't forget to hit me with a favorite too. Hi, Fred. Thank you, Jay. Let's get Cats. Hi, Cats.
Hi, happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Cats.
All right, so I got a question for you, Kitty.
You got a question for me. I'm here for the answer for you.
If you could clone one or both of your cats, would you?
This is a tough question. You know, I love cloning technology stuff.
Like if cost wasn't a factor, you know what I mean? None of that was a factor. Like you had the
Yes,
opportunity.
I would clone them both cats. I would do it.
Okay, okay. So I think most people might answer that question, yes. But I think a lot of people may not realize that you're not quite getting the same pet. So, you know, there was some research recently that kind of looked into, you know, who would clone their pets and who wouldn't. But then, like, ultimately, is it a nature versus nurture situation? Because when you clone your pet, you know, of course, it's replicating that DNA, but you know how your pet may act, respond, what they're able to do, if you will. A lot of that, the argument is that that's really much more about nurture, and that, you know, those types of personality traits are coming from much more than, of course, their DNA, which is kind of interesting. So, you know, right now, if you wanted to clone your pet, it costs about $50,000 and today to clone your cat or your dog. Those are the two pets that they mostly refer to in the article that I was reading. And you know, what was kind of more interesting is that they even suggested that perhaps not cloning your dog or your cat, but rescuing a dog or a cat that may look similarly to your pet might be just as good, if not better, than cloning your cat, and it would save you or dog, because it would save you a lot of money. So it was just kind of interesting. The other thing that they brought up, because I never really thought about how they are cloning them, meaning that, you know, they have to impregnate essentially an animal with you know, the embryo or whatever, or the DNA. And, you know, while practices have come a long way over the past 30 years, most of us are familiar with Dolly the sheep that was cloned. That was 30 years ago. It's kind of hard to believe. But while, you know, technology has advanced, they said that it's really not that much different, just to talk in simple terms, as like IVF. So, you know, they're implanting something into the mother pet, if you will. It can be very uncomfortable. And in truth, they say that it's only successful about 20% of the time. So can you imagine spending, you know, I'm not sure exactly what not the return policy is, but can you imagine spending upwards of $50,000 and it not working?
Oh,
So you know, interesting. There's kind of the moral debate, like I said, just in terms of what the host animal, if you will, must go under, but also the cost of it. And like I said, you know, the suggestion is like, hey, because most of us don't have an extra 50 grand laying around,
right.
that you might just find a pet that was similar to the pet that you have, that you can certainly love just as much, and you know, they would be able to give you that same affection.
I mean, I'm here for it. I mean, but Binka is so cute.
I get it. I know. I mean, it's hard to say that I wouldn't say yes as well. If money wasn't a concern and I was given the opportunity, I don't know, I'd probably take someone up on it, to be honest, but just interesting to think about.
I'm here for it. I want to clone Chuck and Binka.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really cool to in real life see a cloned animal, you know, maybe like a pet that you knew or something. Like, it would be kind of freakish, I think.
Well, right. And I think that we know, like, Barbara Streisand has cloned her pets multiple times too.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Tom Brady is another one who has cloned a pet. So, you know, interesting, just something to think about.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Let's talk amphibians. You know, we don't talk about amphibians, frogs, snakes, whatever, very often. And, you know, apparently there is a lot of, I guess the forward would be, you have to be careful when you're buying amphibians online. There is a massive trade, and the majority of people in the United States who purchase those type of pets do purchase them online. But what they're saying is that a lot of those types of sales are not very understood. And the concern is that there are, we'll use frogs as the example. There are a lot of frogs that make it to the United States, of course, frogs that are not native to here, that are smuggled into the United States. Then they are bred here in the United States and sold online. So, you know, the concern there, so there was a study that was done where for a 20-year time span from 2004 to 2024, they compiled 8,500 online listings for amphibians. And then they compared that to the the animal import reports from other countries, the ones that were imported legally. And there was about 44 species of frogs and other amphibians that were imported here illegally. So, and part of that may be either because the person smuggling them in, what they said, forged their identity, or like literally smuggled them in.
Okay, so what are some of the, okay, keep going, I'm listening.
So the lesson here is that, you know, scientists are really just asking people to consider where they're getting their pets from, to make sure, you know, that they're being careful, because, you know, just like different bugs or lots of things that we get concerned about maybe coming into the country, if something is not here naturally, it may be invasive, it may cause an issue. So they just say it's really important to make sure that you do your homework, that whatever type of pet that you're getting is one that technically you're allowed to legally have here. And two, you know, I guess you have to think about the implications of, you know, how pets are bred. And that's really any pet, whether it could be a dog, it could be a cat, it could be a bird. You know, if you're concerned about the well-being of where you're getting your pets from, it's just something to be aware of, especially since most people buy their amphibians from the internet.
Right. I mean, I could just think of the amount of like potential invasive species that can come over into all people's environments, regardless of going to the United States or if you're going someplace else, you know what I mean? Like it really wouldn't matter, you know, whichever way it goes, it really wouldn't matter, you know?
And I think a lot of people, and this is just my opinion, I think a lot of people like to get unique animals. You know what I mean? When you see people on the internet with a tiger, you know, it kind of makes me raise an eyebrow. So people like to have unique things. They're exciting to have, or whatever the case may be. But it's important to think about the environmental concerns, but also, you know, how those pets are being bred. So I thought that was interesting. Like I said, don't know much about them.
I had no idea that they were imported through the mail in the internet.
I mean, when I got a frog, I would just go outside.
I know, that's what I was just sitting here thinking, like I just would go grab a frog from the crib.
Me too. Me too. March is Pet Poison Awareness Month.
Wait, what? Pet what?
Who knew? And it's no surprise that many pets have exposure to a variety of poisonous things every day, from toxic substances to foods. And, you know, accidents happen. But at the end of the day, being prepared, one, to make sure that your pets don't have access to these items, but then also knowing what to do. Kitty, you're frozen. I don't know if I'm frozen.
Are you there, cats?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Can you start again? I didn't hear anything that you said. Looks like we're lagging a little bit. If one of my bouncers wouldn't mind reviewing some of the accounts.
So I was just saying that, of course, this is March Pet Poison Awareness Month. And, you know, the awareness piece is just one, because there are a lot of accidents, certainly that happen on an annual basis. But, you know, while accidents happen, being prepared in terms of making sure that your home is safe, but then also knowing what to do should your pet ingest something that they shouldn't is important. Couple of things. I thought this was interesting. So, you know, for humans, we can call a free poison hotline.
Yes.
Nothing like that exists for pets. In fact, there are pet poison helplines, but they charge you about $85 for that consultation should you call. So I thought that was an interesting point. You know, I think maybe calling your vet's office or going right to the vet, but sometimes the call to the vet might be free, to be honest with you, if it's, you know, during those hours. But a couple of reminders, some of the top 10 poisons for dogs are chocolate, mouse and rat poisons, anti-inflammatory medications, so like ibuprofen, Midol, stuff like that. I'm gonna say xylitol. I can't even say it. The like fake sugar they put in like chewing gum or other like diet type foods can be very dangerous. Grapes and raisins, antidepressant medications, Tylenol, vitamins, especially those tasty chewy ones, prescription drugs such as stimulants, and fertilizers and pesticides. For cats, the top 10 are lilies, so all lily species. This is interesting. The flea and tick medication meant for dogs. You know, good rule here, don't use any medications meant for a dog on your cat, and vice versa. Household cleaners, antidepressant medications, essential oils, anti-inflammatories, onions and garlic are poisonous to cats. A vitamin D overdose, mouse and rat poisons. So, you know, some of these things we obviously have in our homes. So it's, you know, just super important to be proactive, keeping your prescriptions tucked away, making sure that if you have flowers, they're out of reach of your pets. And probably the big rule I would say is making sure that your garbage cans are either sealed or away, because statistics show most vets see pets that have eaten things out of the garbage can.
That's true. That is true. Yeah,
So,
and it can be expensive. Like you said, these pet helplines are not free. They're going to charge
they
you.
were.
Yep.
I thought they were. I mean, and especially when you're in a panic in the moment, when your pet eats something like that, I think sometimes you don't know what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, and then last but not least, we are getting back into the warm weather. So, you know, lots of things are changing, new sights, new smells for our pets. You know, it's a good time to schedule a spring pet visit if you haven't already. Maybe refresh your flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. I know here where I live on the East Coast, it's supposed to get up to 80 degrees on Wednesday, which is insane. But, you know, I always say when it starts to get warmer out, the bugs seem to be getting more excited out there as well. Watch out for spring plants and flowers. So like those lilies I was just talking about, soon enough, they'll be popping up out of the ground.
And with Easter coming up, I think it's important for people to remember with Easter coming up as well, that lilies are a really, you know, common flower during this time of year, you know, and you're not going to want to just keep your lilies hanging around your house if you have cats, you know, or if you're going to put them someplace, you might want to reconsider where you're going to be willing to put them, you know.
I feel like the lily is like the poinsettia of the Easter,
Right,
which is also
it
very
is. That's because it is.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you know, it's dangerous. It's 100% dangerous, you know, but that's what part of what happens, right? Like in this whole situation, you know, like it happens fast, you know, and then you have your pets and you're like, oh God, you know, what to do. Speaking of pets knocking things over.
And last but not least, it's also just a good time to, like, if you have, say, a fenced in backyard, it's a good time to just check your fence, make sure there's no gaps or holes. Fallen branches, that's one of my chores I have to do this week. Fertilizers, things like that, and just making sure that your pest control products are away from your pets. So I know I talk a lot about safety, but I think I think, and I say this at work a lot because I also have to talk about safety at work. It's like, even if these things never happen, having heard about it on the show or in the, part of the conversation, at least you'll something might kick in to say, oh, I should do this, or I need to watch out to do this, even if it never happens. That's what we hope. But reminders are always good.
Absolutely. And especially this time of year where there's going to be sticks in the yard from snow melting. If you're in the upper parts of the United States, you're going to go through the winter thaw, and there's going to be things that happen. There's going to be things that are breaking off, and then you're